I got asked to do a ground pinch tutorial, and I thought that's a great idea. So this is what I'm going to do now. And something I want to say before we get into this tutorial. I'm not the best at ground pinches, and there are a lot of people way better than me, but I will just show you my way, how I do them, and explain to you how you can get more consistent at them. Before you go into this tutorial, you should be able to do ceiling shots, and you should have a sense of aerial and car control, I guess. It's not a really hard shot, but you will need the basics of Rocket League to perform it. I hope you will enjoy this tutorial, and let's get into it. Okay, here we are. Oh my god, it has been a long time for me. Okay, so first of all, there's no hidden secret how to do a ground pinch. Everyone has his own way, everyone does it differently, and there are just a million ways how to do ground pinches. I would say I'm doing it the usual way, how most people do it. So yeah, car, I find the Dominus the best. I've got some clangers with Octane and Fennec and other cars, but I'm most consistent with Dominus. You could basically use any car for this. Some might be better, some might be worse. I would just recommend for you using your favorite car. Alright, so for the setup, you want to roll the ball up the wall, of course, at a decent speed, not too fast, not too slow, of course. But one thing is really important here. You want to match the speed so that you can land on the roof as soon as the ball reaches its highest point, so that you can get on top of the ball. This is something you can practice really easily. You want to land on the ceiling as soon as the ball is at its highest point, so that you can follow up after. Because when you land on the ceiling before the ball is at its highest point, then you will have to kind of adjust there. You see how I had to boost up again so that I kind of get on top of the ball, and this is something you want to avoid. You want to land on the ceiling as soon as the ball is at its highest point, so you can get on top of it. Of course, you can still get your 190 clangers off of that, but it just makes it way easier when you are already on top of the ball, like that. And then the next step is the follow-up. There are mainly two different ways how to do this, I would say. Either you air dribble it down, that's how I do it, or you can leave a bit of space between you and the ball so that you can time it like that. And when you want to air dribble it down, you have to make sure to match the speed with the ball so that you can stick to it. Because if you're too fast, then you will, like this, then you will lose control and it will bounce off of you. And when you're too slow, then you will of course not be able to catch up on it. And also you have to look out for your boost usage. You don't want to boost too much in the beginning. When you match your speed between the ball and yourself, then you can start boosting. You want to boost as much as possible to get the most power off of it. And now, at what angle do you want to approach the ground with the ball? Somebody explain to me. No, wait, let's use paint. Oh my god, I love paint. So somebody explained to me you can draw a dot in the center of the ball. Wait, no, let's make it red. You can draw a dot in the center of the ball and a straight line through the center of your car. And if that line runs straight through the dot, it will most likely be a very powerful hit. And the farther behind the line is from the dot, like when the line is maybe here. Oh, that's not red. The farther behind the line is, the higher the ball will go. And the last step is, how do you hit the ball in the end? You can either hit the ball with the bottom of your car facing the goal, or with an angle of maybe 90 degrees like this. But if you do it with a 90-degree angle, then it will be a lot faster. And then just front flip. You can also do corner flips, but they're not that consistent in my experience. And also one thing I like to do is I like to cancel my front flip so that it looks kind of like a no flip sometimes, which just makes it look a bit cooler than just a normal front flip like that. That would also help you when you want to do sidewall reads off of a ground pinch, so that when you cancel it, your car is facing upwards. You can kind of do a little sting pop too, and then your car is facing upwards, and then you can fly up to do your sidewall read or whatever you want to do. So let's look at an example. So I'm going up that wall, going to the ceiling. I landed on the ceiling as soon as the ball is at its highest point. And then I still have kind of adjust my car because the ball is kind of high, but that's fine. I go for the air dribble right here, and then you see how I started boosting there. It's not really good in this replay, but I started boosting as soon as when I'm about to get the first touch of that air dribble where I'm like kind of stuck to the ball. Then I start boosting, trying to gain as much speed as possible. And then I'm flipping. I don't know why in the replay I flip here, but then I'm flipping as soon as the ball touches the ground, front flip. I have not a 90-degree angle, but like I have a little angle on it, and then I am pinching it. And also, maybe you can see here the line of my car. You can draw this line again, and it's going through the center of the ball. And this is how I got the power. And also one last thing, ground pinches are RNG based, so they're basically still based on luck. That means you can have the best setup of all time but get a really bad ground pinch, or you have a really shitty setup and just smash the world record. What I'm trying to say is it's based on luck, so just don't get frustrated. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I will answer them. And also let me know if I should do more of that. I hope that helped, and I hope you enjoyed.